Alright, well, look at that snowbank, and that snowbank. I think the plow guy kind of fell a little short of his client's driveways there. Let me back out of this thing without getting stuck. We're getting smoked by a plow truck. It's like I turned in and I'm like, oh great, he did it, and he did like here and here. To walk the rest of the way in. That's funny. Oh well. Oh well. How a plow guy prioritizes clients is different everywhere, right? So they should know you have to do everybody all at once and first. Yeah. That's why I'm not a plow guy, guys. Yeah, so I wasn't. That's kind of good. At least I can kind of monitor the place a little bit better. But that place, you usually get about halfway through the winter, and you have to get a backhoe in there because there's no ditch. Like this here's the main road, and this will come in maybe about a car and a half, so it's not bad. You can sort of squeeze by. You might nick mirrors once in a while, but other than that, if you're driving sensible, you can kind of squeeze by each other without like banking it. You know what I mean? I wonder if they sold that place. I don't see the sign anymore. But thing is that the side roads, like the driveways, that's a different story. That's like this would have a hard time fitting in there when it's plowed. Like there's like you could feel the sides rubbing up against the sides of your vehicle. It just falls in on itself. There's nothing you can do, right? So I never go all the way in because I'm afraid I won't be able to back out. And I don't want to get stuck with this. You know, I'm kind of like a tank driver where, okay, I can go anywhere with a tank, but where a tank can't go, you got to know, or else you're stuck. Because when you're stuck with a tank, you're really stuck. If you ever want to see some interesting pictures on the internet, like tanks stuck in the mud, like it's like right up to the top of the turret. The guys, you know, like how did they get out of there? You know, it's like one hatch, and they're about buried. You know, you see like a barrel sticking out, and tanks completely sunk in the mud. Nasty. Yeah. Then somebody gets slapped majorly in the back of the head. What the fuck were you thinking? Driving in there. There's a tank. I thought you could get through. Well, the 4x4 guys are the same, you know. I got 4x4. I'll never get stuck. When you're stuck with a 4x4, you are stuck. Like that's, you've dug yourself potholes. You know that. Yeah, you've dug yourself into a check your body can't cash. Yeah, I bet you I could have done that roof. You see that must be a cottager. It's amazing some of these cottages are still standing in the spring. Like some of them have kind of flat roofs, and like I mean this snow here, like it's the heavy wet snow, and a lot of people don't realize when you have like say 2 feet to 3 feet of snow on top of an average roof, okay, and it gets wet and heavy, that is literally the weight of a dump truck. It's that heavy. You know, like that's why like you see around the Great Lakes all the time, roofs, like in the States, they don't have building codes like we do up here in Canada, right? But they have, the more south you go, the flatter the roofs. Like Tony's place here has a pretty flat roof, but he gets up there and he, you know, shovels it off, right? Because he's not stupid, right? He knows what's going to happen if he doesn't. But a lot of the guys in the States, it's like they get it like 2 feet, 3 feet of snow, and it's the wet, heavy stuff, and their roofs cave in because they don't know to go up and like you got to manage that, right? I've never let the house, even before I had the roof rake, like my dad and I have always broke the edge of the plug. I hit it. Oh, he smacked those good. Yeah. Like I've always broke the edge, like even before I had the roof rake, I always broke the edge to get the roof to slide, right? But like, I never let it get really bad. But like there was one cottage, they've sold the cottage, so I don't do it anymore. it's like 6 feet deep, right? And it's bizarre because like sometimes that 6 foot stuff, if it's really frozen, if you can get under it with a shovel, you can break it off in big chunks and it comes off no problem. But other times, a gable roof like that there, and but other times it's like you're you know, like it sticks. Like you got to fight for every single like it gets frozen that it's like it goes like from like like a chunk that'll come out, or it's just absolute styrofoam. Like you literally, it's frozen so solid, right? So a lot of times when I do a roof, what I tell people, I said, this is going to sound funny, but I'm only going to break the front half of the roof today, like maybe the first, say, 3 feet, and then come back tomorrow, and they'll be and whatever. I'm going to let the sun hit that where I break it, and then the next day I come back and it's just like clunk, 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 and you just pull it off so easy, because it's kind of like it gets so frozen solid that you got to kind of break it, you know, and once you break it, it seems to like let some of the frost out a little bit, right? It's weird. It's kind of like you got to break the icing layer on it or something, you know what I mean? So I have a method for doing roofs. So, you know, when you tell somebody how much it costs to do a roof, $300-400 sometimes, you know, depending on the size of the roof. Average roof, probably I make about $240 per roof when I get it, but it takes me 2 days, right? And they're like, well, why does it cost so much? Because it takes me 2 fucking days. You know, the guys that get up on the roof, like sometimes it doesn't, you know, like sometimes it doesn't. Like I did one roof, well, I guess you'd say 3 roofs. I made like $500 off of like one roof, but like say that roof there, I get up on that roof sometimes. I can do that roof in like maybe 2 hours, and no problem. And anyway, yeah, then it's no problem. You know what I mean? But because that roof is flat enough that I'm not worried about it. And if I get it early enough, then it's like you know, it's a short roof. So like if I get it early enough, I can pull everything off of it, no problem, right? But other roofs, it's like they're bigger, you know, like they're really long, and those ones, that's the stuff that really builds up near the bottom. The top half is usually right at the peak or right at the bottom half. You literally get like a gully kind of. But it also depends on how much they let it build up. Like once they let like 3 or 4 feet build up on it, it's like, you know, okay, you're looking at a couple of days work, you know what I mean? And some people get that, some people don't. That's why I always tell my clients, you know, I have no problem doing your roof, but if you want to save me my back and you a little bit of money, call me when, you know, after like say we get like a 2 feet of snow in a day. Okay, call me. Once there's about 2 feet on there, let me know.